I think a lot of times I see young songwriters talk about themselves too much. It's boring. Because, look, you know, I'm blue, you know, okay, whatever. Next, you know, this is, you know, but you could say instead of I'm blue, forget about love, right? There's two, it's the same thing, but you turn it away from yourself. And I think I have the same problem, and I have written many personal songs, but I've learned that facts, real life facts, don't have to be put in the song, although the song has to be truthful. As an example, when my daughter was 12 years old, you know, she started changing and stuff, right? And I was very worried about the boys. It was like that father thing, you know. And so it was a whole time in my life, and I was going, oh my God, my little girl. But what happened was, instead of talking about myself, I went, the boys are waiting. The boys are waiting. And I wrote that down, and I got a song. She don't know what I know. I try to tell her, but she's only 12 years old and so full of life. Right? It was a nice song, but I think to say your example, don't talk about yourself. Try to push it out so other people can have something. It's important. There's a trick that I've read about. I do it sometimes. You take a newspaper and you cut sentences, phrases, put them on a paper, and then and this is inspirational, or can be, you know, William Burroughs, the American, this was a trick that he wrote about. William Burroughs from the Beat generation from the 50s. He did this. Dylan used to do this too. He learned the trick from Burroughs, reading about this. You cut the words up, and I had a song that I did this. I had maybe 30 verses. It was too much. So I just cut up the sentences, the best sentences, and I got to put the other ones, I put those here, and then I just move, no, put this one here, move, you know, like this. This is good. And also, it's important to study the people that you like. Really study them. I mean, I like a lot. There's a French songwriter I like. His name is Thomas Berger. He had a band called Catanoma, and he lives in Brittany now, Bretagne. But this guy is a very strange songwriter. He sings in English and French, but the horse is running. Guitar music. The horse is running fast. And he'll sing something in French. He paints broad pictures. Like Dylan, like a lot of words, compact, right? Rudolph makes big words, you know, big sentences that go over the music like that. It's all good. But study the people that you like. Get their lyrics, read them, you know, really see how they use words. Really listen with a critical ear. You can learn a lot. For me, I tried to not follow rules. When I was younger, as a young songwriter, I really wrote a lot. Verse, refrain. You always had to have a bridge, you know, where you go that way for a little bit, and then you come back on the road and you go, you know, look, I grew up with the Beatles, the Rolling Stone, and, you know, if you listen to the Beatles, they are the master. They always had a bridge, you know, always. You know. But now I really try not to do that. I think it's not important. I think structure, I think rhyming, I don't think those things are necessary for good songs. That's not what the book of songwriting says, but that's my opinion. look, you know, songs that we listen to in records generally are short, 5-6 minutes. You are not required to, there are no rules. You know, you can be the first person that sings a 60-minute song with, you know. If you want to be a performer, you have to find a way to make it interesting for people. You know, if you have something very powerful to say and it takes 60 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes to say, then you will have an audience, I think. You shouldn't, you have to find a way. That's your challenge. You must find a way to marry words and music. Maybe you need a guitar player or a piano player. Yeah. I think inspiration is not difficult. I mean, really, it's easy to write a phrase, right? One sentence. You know, the boys are waiting. After that is the hard part for all of us. It's after you get the phrase, you know. It's hard work, really. Songwriting is very hard work. It's not easy. That's why there's only a few great songwriters, because they work harder than everybody else, in my opinion. It's hard. It's hard. It's difficult. No, it's difficult. Where is the time? You work, you have school, you come home, you have dinner, you have children. I have a friend in Paris that, a man my age, but he gets up every morning at 6:30 to write, because he has a family, his job, a wife, a life. So he wants to write. So he gets up 6:30. Difficult.
And do you also force yourself to have some kind of discipline?
Yes, I do. What I do, I look at my watch at 3 o'clock and I say, I'm not going to stop until 5. I make myself, because it's very easy to go do work in the garden, go on the computer, I don't know, have a beer. You have to have discipline, I think, to write. Yeah.
And you have your schedule?
No, well, now I don't have, can support myself as a musician. My wife has a good job, so I'm lucky. So, but listen, I was a carpenter for 20 years. I raised a family as a single father. And I always wrote, and because that's what I am, I'm a songwriter.